Hey, what's up, boxing fans? This is the Rope and Dope Report. I think I just showed this in the other video. Look at that, huh? LaMotta and Robinson. Man, I wish I was alive for those fights. Anyway, this is the Rope and Dope Report. I'm your host, Chris Krause, and I think I just said that. What video are we doing here? Paul Williams and Sergio Martinez, the rematch from last year. Fight of the year, candidate or fight of the year, however you want to look at it. This is going to be a barn burner. I think it's a good style matchup because both guys throw punches. Although you could say, oh, one's a slick kind of guy on the move a lot. Martinez, for being a slick fighter, which he is, don't get me wrong, but everybody says how slick he is. The guy likes to throw punches, you know. For being slick, he's not that defensive, is what I'm trying to say, as far as how other slick defensive fighters, they'll use a jab like a mother effer and throw out a bunch of them, and they'll throw combos and flurries, but they usually are more defensive. They're more conservative, I guess is what I'm saying, whereas Martinez is awesome and very gifted defensively, but he lets his hands go. He flurries, he'll sit there and swing with you, he'll hit you and be gone. He's also good at moving just away from the punch, so he either doesn't get hit or he doesn't get the full blow. But being, like I said, a slick and a defensive fighter, the guy still gets hit plenty. I mean, Kelly Pavlik was sticking him with the jab for several rounds and won several rounds. I mean, going into the championship rounds, he had to win those rounds to win against Kelly Pavlik. So, you know, Martinez is a great skilled fighter, but let's not get it twisted. The dude gets hit. Okay, now, like I said, he does deflect a lot of those shots and also doesn't, you know, get the full impact. But you know, it's one of those things that, and I talked about this in the last video, about when you move a lot, you get tired. There's no doubt about it. Just like when you swing a lot, you get tired. So he does take, and you have to take breaks at times, and I know several YouTubers have said this even in the last fight, you know, but he gave away those middle rounds, and he did it against Kelly Pavlik too. He gave them away not being active. So it'll be interesting to see. So Martinez, in my opinion, to nutshell, I really think that he could maybe fight a little better, but not much better than he did in that fight, because when push comes to shove, he landed the cleanest shots. The you know, the snot bubbles, the big clean slow-mo HBO replay, he's the one landing those. Now, don't get me wrong, Paul Williams landed a ton of good punches and great punches, but overall, I do believe Martinez snuck it out. It was a razor-tight fight, and it is what it is. But I just don't think that he can improve a fair amount, but he can't improve as much as Paul Williams. Question with Paul Williams, will he improve? You know, it's not even about improving, because he's shown he can do it. You know, he's already shown he can box. He's already shown he can use his jab and use his height, like against Margarito. You know, and obviously this is way two different styles that I'm talking about here, but like, he can use that height. He's got a really good jab. It just, he leans in so much and he puts so much into every punch that he puts himself open for, you know, I mean, for huge shots, time and time again. So I do think, although Paul Williams can completely fight a better fight, I mean, he could fight a lot better fight than he did. And I'm talking about technically and trying to win the fight round by round, rather than, you know, his style, which is a great style to watch. And I do believe this will be another good fight. It might be a great fight. You know, it might be even better than the first one. It's just hard to live up to it, that's all. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, I've been leaning Martinez ever since, you know, they signed the fight. Took him forever to sign the fight. There is a catchweight thing, but I think it'll be okay. A lot of people said 176 Martinez was a little bit ago, and he's got to get down to 158, but he had clothes on. So he said not too long ago that he was walking around like 171, 169. So he should be okay. I have trust that he'll come in good shape and make the weight and that type of thing. But you know, like I said, I think that Paul Williams, it wouldn't surprise me if he actually came out. If you look at Quintana, now Quintana and Martinez, you know, Martinez is better. But Quintana in that second fight, even though it was a short fight and he knocked him out, he came in there and he was in the middle of the ring and he was throwing his jab. He was more patient. He was just a smarter fighter that night. He knocked him out after that, sure, but you could tell that he he had learned from his first fight. So I think that he'll come out, and even in his last fight against Kermit Cintrone, before Cintrone jumped out the ring, he actually in those first 2 rounds, and he said it after that, the game plan was to take it a little easy, see what the guy's going to do, and then put hands on him. And that's what he was starting to do in the 3rd round. I would have loved to have seen that fight, the end of that fight, or even the middle, however that fight was going to, turn out. I really wanted to see the rest of that 3rd round in the fight. I think it was the 3rd round, because the first 2 were pretty slow. So, back to the subject. Paul Williams is one of those things that, will he learn? I don't know. He didn't lose this time. So maybe he doesn't think he needs to fix as much. You never know. I'm going to go with Sergio Martinez. I just think he's going to outbox him. I think he's going to flurry. I think he knows he's just better all around fighter. On the move. He can sit there and exchange. He's got faster hands. I'm going with Sergio Martinez, but I really hope it's a good fight again. I don't see how with these styles and these type of top-level fighters, I don't see how this could be a bad fight, to be honest with you. So, but I am going to go with Sergio Martinez. Won't be surprised or shocked if Paul Williams went in there and knocked him down and won the fight. I wouldn't doubt if they're both on the ground again, to be honest with you. So, both of them want a huge fight next year. So, I think both of them are definitely going to be trying to make that statement. You know what I mean? To Manny Pacquiao and to Mayweather and all those names that they probably won't get. But you know what I mean? This is a big fight for them. And HBO even has said it. Ross Greenberg said, hey, big, for the winner of this, big plans. You know what I mean? So anyway, this has been the Rope-A-Dope Report. Make sure you check out ropeadoperadio.com for news and updates and articles, and you can listen to the show there. And also this weekend, the 12th and final round. It's not right after. It's a post-fight show, but not right after the show. It's Sunday at 1 Eastern, 1 Eastern, 12 Central, and 10 Pacific. So make sure you want to, go to Blog Talk Radio /Rope-A-Dope Radio to chat or call in. Give a call, see what you thought about all those fights, including tonight, Showbox. I randomly have a Friday night off, so I'm going to watch some Showbox later tonight. So, anyway, peace.